saga continues. Well, sort of. What happened was that I went to my local small engine shop, which is a bike shop, but they sell, you know, they're a Husky dealer, so they do sell chainsaw gear. So I went there and I said, can you get a Walbro carburetors, because I wanted to replace the carby that was in here because it was a piece of shit, as you saw in the last video. She said, yeah. I said, okay. Can you get me a quote on a Walbro 194, WT 194? And she said, let me have a look. Oh, 69 bucks. Yeah, right, yeah. Here's a 69 bucks, pardon me. By the way, I'm sort of semi-celebration. I'm having a Bundaberg overproof. I've been mucking around with this thing all day. Or most of the day. A lot of the day. I won't say all day. Now, so yeah, can you get me a Walbro WT 194? Yep, 69 bucks. Paid the money, no problems. And then, when was it? Tuesday, I think. Yesterday? Was it yesterday? The day before. Yesterday, I think. Actually, I was in town and I popped in and I said, hey, is that carby come in? Yeah, it's just come in. And while I'm talking to, because it's run by two ladies, they inherited the shop from their father. And one of them says, yeah, the one at the counter says, ask the other one, has it turned up? Yeah. And then I get the message on my phone, yeah, your product's turned up. So anyway, I go in there, or I was in there, sorry. I says, yeah, all right, well, can I have it? Yeah, no worries, here you go. And so she gives me that. And I'm looking at it going, geez, that looks familiar. That looks like the box that the carby doctor sends his WT194 Chinese copies in, which is what I got from the carby doctor. So I had carby doctor copy, Chinese copy, which is a better one than this one, than was in this one. And I wanted a genuine OEM Walbro WT194. So anyway, she hands me that, and I took it out of the box, and it's in exactly the same bubble wrap, and I took it out, not a mark on it, and I said, this is not a Walbro WT194. And she said, oh, no, that's the ones that we get. You know, we've always had a lot of luck with them. I said, I know exactly what it is. It's a Chinese knockoff that Carby Doctor sells. And she's looking at me, and I said, do you know how I know? Because I've already got one. I've already got one of these for $46. So you're trying to sting me 69 bucks for something that I got online delivered to my door for 46 bucks. I said, yeah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted an OEM Walbro WT194, and I'm not going to give you 69 bucks for a Chinese knockoff. She says, oh, well, you know, it's not an eBay special. I says, well, actually, I think he does have a page. I can't remember if he's on eBay or not, but he's online and you can order it. And yeah, so anyway, then yeah, so she said, oh, so you actually want a Walbro? I said, yeah, that's the reason why I asked you if you can get Walbro carbs in, and then I asked you to get me a Walbro WT194. Anyway, the other lady, she was behind the counter today. I went in there and I thought, I'll get this settled with, you know. I'm not interested in the malarkey, because she said, oh, alright, I'll see if I can get a quote. And I went, and the other lady's like, yeah, she obviously didn't realise he actually wanted a Walbro. And I said, well, yeah, I did actually ask for a Walbro. You know, when someone asks for a Walbro, you sort of expect Walbro. And she says, no, she obviously didn't realise. She just, she went to Carby Doctor. I said, yeah, I know, because I've already got one. And she said, oh, I said, I've got it in the saw. And she said, oh, how's it running? I said, great. As you can see, it runs great because it's a better carb. So anyway, enough of that. I've still got this flu. Really congested. Now, one of the problems, actually, who was it? Oh my God! Now, I've forgotten his name now. Sorry. Who was it? Who was it that commented that? Oh yeah, Greasy Shop Rag. All right. So if you want to see a professional servicing, repairing, maintaining chainsaws and line trimmers and the like, a guy who really knows what he's doing, right? Someone who you really should watch is the Greasy Shop Rag. I don't know what his name is. I don't know what his first name is, but he actually commented, "Hey, you got another problem. Your chain is turning on idle." Now, originally I thought, yeah, I haven't got that idle all the way down. I've sort of got it up just because that shit carb. But now that I've got this good carb in it, yeah, the chain was turning on idle, and I mean that clutch drum was just spinning its guts out, and I was like, yeah, all right, old Greasy Shop Rag, he's right. So tried everything, and in the end, what I did was, in between two fingers and on a linisher, just letting it slowly spin as I was grinding it down. So I ground the clutch down to the point where I think I've still got to grind a little bit more because it still does spin. You did see it spinning a little bit on idle, which it shouldn't be. And so that's another thing that was wrong with this saw. I don't know whether the springs are wrong, whether the clutch shoes are pads, shoes, whatever that you want to call them, are out of whack, are out of spec. I don't know what the spec is, but that was the one and only thing that I could do. I tried everything else. I couldn't find anything else that was wrong. So my impression is that either that's the wrong clutch, although it fits, or the clutch is out of spec, or they obviously grind the pads or the shoes down to a certain spec, and perhaps that missed the boat and wasn't, so I've had to manually grind it, which is a bit of a tedious chore. Because I'm not wanting to take off too much, obviously, so it's just spinning around slowly as the linisher is grinding on it, and then I'd flip it over the other side so I don't, get it out of whack. And then I'd put it back on and start it up, and it'd still be spinning, and so I'd take it out and do it again, over this constant process over and over and over again. I've got it to the point where it's not spinning most of the time. It is still spinning, pardon me, congestion, this flu. It is still spinning a bit, so I will do it again. But it's sort of getting late in the day and I wanted to get this video over and done with. I'm still waiting, so I've got some bits and pieces and this thing, yeah, it's got grunt. There's no doubt about that. There's nothing. That's the thing about these saws or cheap two-stroke equipment in general, is that the heart, the motor, is usually really good, and it's all the little bits and pieces that let them down. And this one, a lot of bits and pieces let it down. Nothing that I couldn't or can't or won't fix, but I've never had so many issues with one saw. Like the oil cap, had to fix that. What else? That captive nut on the top cover and the stud that's in the cylinder for it, had to fix that. This decomp valve, the cover it clashes with the cover, and it was actually stuck open. before, and I was trying to start it, and I had to. Yeah. So I'm going to piss that off. I've got 5 plugs coming, so I'm going to make use of them. And definitely put one in this, because even though the compression on this is like this is, so that's, is that friggin' down again? Yeah, it was. Like, this has got serious compression. I mean, yeah, it's got freaking compression out the wazoo. So I'm sort of, man, should I take that? Should I replace that decomp valve with a plug? But yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Because if used the right technique between the legs and which is actually one of the recommended techniques, yeah, no problems. Although it does get stuck sometimes and you do hit yourself in the nuts, and I have done that. I think you saw in one of the vids. I think on the last video you saw me hit myself in the nuts with the handle, which is not very nice. So I've got some bits coming for it. I've got a full wrap handle. Apparently, this is what I was told. The 440s and the 460s and that, the full wrap handle off those fits this. That's what I was told by one individual who's pretty much done exactly the same thing, but he's actually got an OEM, or has he? I can't remember now if he had an OEM still 260, or he actually put a 24-inch bar and a 3/8 chain on it and a full wrap handle. So I've got the bar, I've got the chain, proper chain, skip chain that I made for it, full chisel. So I've got a wraparound handle coming for it. I've got dogs coming for it. I've got a bark box from West Coast Saw coming for it. What else have I got coming for it? I've got a replacement filter, because this filter, it looks like junk. It looks like it's got holes in it. Yeah, it looks shit. It just really looks shit. So I'm going to replace that filter. It was really, really cheap. What else have I got coming for it? Yeah, so I've got those things coming for it. This dog is, yeah, it's okay, but I like something with, I like aggressive dogs. Okay, I like aggressive dogs. And I'm really keen to put a bark box on this thing, because the actual exhaust ports themselves are just like tiny. Like just tiny little, 2 little fins. Two little apertures, vertical apertures that are like, no shit, they're about, I don't know, they're about 4 mil wide by about, I don't know, 13 mil high, about half an inch high. They are just tiny. Yeah, I want this thing to breathe, because it actually, the amount of compression that this thing's got, and I want to get that better filter. It looked like a better filter. Well, the picture looked good anyway. And put it on this so this thing can breathe. Because one of the issues with stills is, look at that massive gap. Alright, one of the issues still, even with the 500i, apparently that's got really serious issues of ingress of fines. And now you've got these weird ass massive foam filters that they're making for them, and you know, you don't really see that many Huskies getting filters replaced with some weird ass foam thing, because they're pretty well enclosed, whereas the stills, they've got this massive gap. You get so much shit in there. It's pretty bizarre, actually. I don't know whether it's missing something, a cover or something, but yeah, this is all it came with. There was nothing in between there, so that's really weird. But anyway, cheers. So with the Carby Doctor Carby, replacement Carby, it runs great. Like, quite literally, it's like half a rope pull. beautiful, not a problem. And you saw the chain wasn't spinning there, but I think I've still got to take it. Let's just check again. I think I've still got to take. I'm going to spill my drink. Yeah, I think I've still got to take a little bit more off that clutch, because like you are only taking like micrometers off it each time that you're grinding it. But so I'm really happy. So anyway, hopefully I'll be getting the handle and the dogs and the bark box. I think the bark box is coming pretty soon, so I'll be doing that mod on it. And until then, see you later.